Well, Coach, can you just talk about the overall excitement, having the opportunity to host and being in the tournament?
It's incredible, you know. I'd always told Tim Curley that if we ever built a facility, we'd host, and the first time we get in after we build it, we get to host. So what's more apropos than that? What's
the approach as a coach leading into a tournament, double elimination like this?
It's really different. Actually, hosting is really different. You know, I'm used to being at a site and having our routine all set up. So, but double elimination, everybody knows what it's about when they get to this point in the season.
You've been here before, like you mentioned. What types of things do you need to do well to win in a tournament setting like this?
You need to take care of the ball, and you need to have timely hitting. And those are the two things that if you do those two things, you come out on top.
Talk about Fordham a little bit. What have you seen from them?
You know, I've watched some of their video. I've had a chance to watch their pitcher a little bit, and that's going to be the key. We need to get to her.
You guys have a pretty young team overall. Do you think that that's an advantage for you guys coming into it, that a lot of these players haven't been in this situation?
I think that, you know, you spin it any way you want. You know, if you're young, you spin it. If you're old, veterans, you've been there lots of times, you spin it. But, you know, our team's ready to go, and that's the most important thing.
And do you feel comfortable with the offense has come around to where you want it to be?
I think that our offense is coming around, so I feel pretty good about that, yes.
And they have a pretty balanced lineup, Fordham does. Just any specific things you want to do approaching them?
Again, I haven't had a chance to watch their hitters. I've just watched their pitcher go through it, and you know, we'll dissect the hitters tonight.
And aside from obviously the home crowd, what other advantages do you guys get?
You need to have the home crowd. I mean, that's the biggest thing. And plus, we're playing on our own field, so we know the difference of our own field. We know how to play our fence and those kinds of things. So those are definitely to our advantage.
Did you guys expect to be hosting this soon?
I knew that if we got in, we had the facility for it, and they need East Coast facilities. So I knew if we got in, we would have the opportunity to host. I felt pretty good about us having an opportunity to host.
With two other teams here, how much do you look at them leading up to the tournament? But in addition to Fordham, the two other teams that you aren't playing first off, how much do you look at them leading up to the game?
We have stuff on them. We haven't started to look at them yet, but we'll look at them before we play Fordham.
Joined by senior Jackie Hill. Jackie, well, you're in the NCAA tournament. We talked over the weekend. How excited are you?
It's really exciting. I haven't been, last time we were there was my freshman year, and I wasn't playing then, so I'm really excited about it. It's definitely a great opportunity for us, and I just feel like, you know, going into the tournament, everyone kind of just has a clean slate, and, you know, you're in now, so you get there and you just got to show what you got, so it's really exciting.
How about the opportunity to play at home? What's that going to be like?
Oh, it's so awesome. I mean, this year I feel like has been so amazing with our new facility, being able to play here at home, and, you know, it just doesn't compare to what we used to have, and, you know, this would have never happened if we didn't have this new place. We would have definitely been traveling somewhere, and being at home is such a treat and just easier all around to not have to go anywhere, so it's really cool.
Now you open up with Fordham. What do you know about them? And obviously a great pitcher, but what do you know about them overall?
We watched a game of theirs yesterday, and they definitely have a strong pitcher. And I think that, you know, it's definitely going to be a good game. They're a solid team, but I think it's going to be a good matchup. We're definitely going to have a good shot here.
Were you guys kind of surprised that you were going to be hosting? You know, obviously it's a new facility, but it's been like almost 30 years since Penn State's hosted a regional.
We thought that if we got in, that there was a good chance that we might be, just because we're in a region where there's not many schools that have nice facilities. So, you know, that was definitely playing to our advantage, and, you know, definitely a treat to be here, so excited about it.
You guys have a pretty young team. Do you think that sort of helps you coming into this, and a lot of these players don't have any expectations for the tournament, and they can kind of take it as they see fit and just run with it?
Yeah, I definitely think so, because when you start thinking about stuff too much, it never seems to help. So, you know, just want to go in and treat it as another game, you know, get up for it, get excited, put our best foot forward. So.
Can you just talk about the excitement, being in the tournament for the first time in your career? What's it like this week?
It's crazy. It's so surreal. Like, we don't even really realize it's gonna happen, because we're watching the TV, you know, it's like a delayed reaction. Like, we see Penn State, we're like, is that us? Like, are we sure that's us? And then we find out we're hosting, and we're just going crazy, because we're like, we don't have to travel, you know, we get to host, show off our stadium, so we're just all so excited. It's like, you know, I'm here another week, I'm like, it's just crazy, it just keeps getting better.
What's it going to be like playing in front of your home crowd, the family and friends and whatnot?
Well, hopefully the, you know, town support us comes out, and I'm sure we're going to draw a big crowd. You know, we haven't been to regionals, I think, in a few years, so it's always exciting. You know, any postseason, I feel like Penn State fans will just come out and support, no matter what the sport.
How much of your approach changes a little bit, knowing that it is a tournament environment where it's double elimination? Does the thing change for you as a player?
No, you know, just keep it simple. Just do what you do. Like, that's what got us here. So no need to, you know, hype it up any more than it needs to be.
The offense has really started to come on strong. 5-game winning streak to end the year. What do you feel like you guys are doing better right now than you weren't at the beginning of the year?
I don't I don't know, I couldn't tell you. I feel like we're just going up more relaxed. You know, we have an older team now, so I feel like we see the ball better. We've seen a couple of these pitchers a few times. We saw them last year, so I feel like that helps out a lot. And then, you know, softball, it's all about who's peaking at the right moment. You know, it's perfect time to coming off a 5-game winning streak going into regionals.
You guys mentioned you have a little bit of experience, but you're still pretty much a young team and haven't been here before. Do you think that's an advantage to you guys going in, that you won't really have any expectations for what this is going to be like?
Yeah, you know, going in, just go and play. You know, I think one time I talked to Griff, she's like none of you guys know what it's like to play in a regional tournament. It's like, well, we're soon to figure that out. So.
And just from looking at Fordham, what do you guys know? They have a pretty good pitcher. What have you seen from her? What do you guys think to really get to her?
We watched the film yesterday, so, you know, we're adjusting our approaches. We're, you know, talking like she likes to throw this pitch or whatever. So I feel like, you know, as hitters, we're going to be prepared, you know, knowing what to expect. Because, you know, Big Ten pitchers are just like, oh, I've seen it, we already know, everyone knows. You know, so I think it helped watching the film yesterday, just get an idea. You know, it's never going to be the same every team, but just to see it a little bit.